created a complete career around it. So that's wonderful. So you're not too old, Paula, and I hope we answered your question. Do what you can to stay in the business, satiate a little bit of that sense of joy by getting out there and doing it. So I think that's great. Remember, if you have an organizing question you'd like answered on the show, visit simplyorganizedshow.com, and I'll do my best to answer all questions on or off the air. Today we're talking to Slant of Light nonprofit theater founder and director Stacy Ruttenberg. As we wrap up today's show, Stacy, let's review some of the organizing tips that we shared for keeping the business side of show business, so to speak, or any creative venture in order. Tip number one, I think, is right after my own heart. Lists. Keep a management document on the computer that dates everything that your staff is working on for easy check-ins, and not just your staff, really, anything that you're involved with. Tip number two, set aside a certain number of hours daily to work. You want to block off certain projects on the calendar to make sure they're done. And that's a great, very effective time management tool as well, because it's creating some balance where you will have some you time as well. Take time to care for yourself. Check into the benefits of yoga, which help with relaxation, focus, and energy for Stacy. And tip number four, if you employ staff or work closely with coworkers even, make sure that they treat themselves well also, so it's a happy set or office. Stacy suggests small tokens of appreciation, as she mentioned. Sometimes a simple thank you note, handwritten, as you said, can go a long way to making people want to be at work, and that's what's really all about. Let me see if there's anything else anything else you want to share, Stacy?
I think we've pretty much covered.
And just, one thing I wanted to mention, which I didn't before, is as a director, do you find that it was beneficial to you to have taken acting classes and go through some of the acting route to understand the other side?
Oh, yes. Yes. Everything, though. I mean, it's beneficial when you're working. It's beneficial to know every piece of it, the stage management, tech. I mean, all of that is beneficial in a logistical sense, but in terms of just strict acting and directing, directors are new. Actors were primary, when theater was first, coming, when it was first created, and the director needs to know how the actor speaks through the way that they feel, and the director needs to understand that in order to keep the space safe for the actor. Yeah,
and I think that is a great tip. I think people that want to get into the acting world, and it is a tough world to get into, but it's something you can get into, and community theater and production companies like yours offer a lot of opportunities for local residents. But if you can ever take a directing class or go on the other side, or even directing your own little showcase in your hometown, it really opens your eyes, I think, to the other side of what to expect and some of the challenges that directors can face. And now, how big are your casts for a typical show? Because does it really vary from show to show?
It varies. Our recent ones, we've been about 7. Actually, it's like the magic number recently, 5 to 7. Actually, our past 3 shows have all.
And how does one get into one of your shows? Do you said that you have auditions that you market?
We blast for our actual main productions. We blast auditions everywhere. If anyone's ever interested, they can email me, and I'll make sure they get on our email list. We blast our auditions via our email list, so those are people are always notified.
Your website is Slant of Light.
It's soltheatercompany.com.
Okay, soltheatercompany.com.
Yeah. And theater spelled Theater.
Okay, yeah, I know, because that can be spelled different ways. And I'll have that information posted on the show's website as well. What's in your crystal ball, Stacy? I mean, what would you like? Where would you like to see yourself in 5 or 10 or even 20 years?
Oh boy, professionally,
both.
I created Slant of Light under the business model of being able, in various locations throughout the country, because I love to travel and I don't want to be tied to any one area. I would love to see myself. 2 of my locations are DC and San Francisco, my 2 favorite cities. I would love to be, back and forth between the 2. Absolutely, and bring really good people in that are helping and that are running these various areas, and then maybe I can get back into the creative part a little bit more, and just to really.
Do you see yourself getting married someday?
Someday, yeah. I mean, I do. I don't, you know what? I don't have any objection to getting married. I don't say I don't want to get married. I just, as far, you know, for me, that's not as much of a priority right now.
Yeah,
you know,
you're a career girl, and and when the time is right, you're so smart doing it the right way. Though you're finding who you are and developing what you can. You know, while you have a little bit of the freedom. You know, right now you don't have a family that can tie you down.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
But and really quickly, where did you grow up, Stacey?
I grew up in Norwalk.
In Norwalk, Connecticut. And do you have siblings?
I have one younger sister.
And is she involved in the arts as well?
She was very helpful to me when it was first starting, but she just, you know what, she hates doing it, but she just loves me so much. So now she just comes to everything.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So you can never refuse free family help.
Right, but I don't make her stage manage anymore. I actually have people now. She didn't like it very much.
Stacey, it is such a pleasure talking to you. I could go on forever and ever. It's so good to see you again.
You too. It's been fantastic.
You are such an inspiration and a great role model for young talent everywhere.
Thank you.
Much success to you always in the future.
Thank you very much.
For more information on Stacey or how you want to get involved, maybe with some of her productions through the Slant of Light Theatrical Company, visit the show's website, simplyorganizedshow.com, and there'll be a link provided to all of Stacey's contact information. I'm Lisa Lelis. Till next time, happy organizing.